Under its broad shoulders, the Lexus GX does away with its old, underpowered V8 in favor of a brawny twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 making 349 horsepower, up 48 horses over the outgoing mill, and 479 pound-feet of torque. A 10-speed automatic replaces a 6-speed, and all trims get a permanent 4-wheel drive system with a locking center differential and selectable low range, just like that old LX 450. Ditto the body-on-frame construction, making the Lexus GX unique among mid-size luxury SUVs. That latter frame is one of the GX's key selling points. Following its debut in 2004, the rough-and-tumble Lexus became a darling of the off-road and overland set. Lexus is apparently aware, which is why there's a new Overtrail model in the lineup for 2024. Key upgrades for the Overtrail include trim-specific 18-inch wheels and 33-inch all-terrain tires, some trick-adaptive dampers, a 6-setting terrain management system, low-speed crawl control, and a 360-degree multi-terrain monitor with undercar views. Most importantly, however, is the Overtrail's electronic kinetic dynamic suspension system. That mouthful is longhand for a sway bar disconnect system that works automatically, firming up at speed for better stability and easing back over terrain to provide a healthy 25 inches of wheel travel on big bumps. Electronic kinetic dynamic suspension system works wonders. On the moderately technical rutted trail near Tucson, I watched the GX ahead of me droop and tuck its tires over undulations, then felt my own GX do the same while retaining a remarkably even ride. You can feel the tires and suspension moving around underneath you, involving you in the experience rather than isolating you from it. But the Lexus always feels sure-footed. The 360-degree camera proved handy on the trail, allowing me to select either an undercar view that aided tire placement over obstacles or a forward side split view that allowed me to avoid desert pinstripes courtesy of the scrub oak and yucca plants peppering the trail. As nice as the cameras are, they do shut off at speeds above 7 miles per hour, at which threshold I found myself grateful that the GX is only 78.7 inches wide, a mere 2.7 inches broader than that old LX 450. Luckily, the GX has a lot more power than its legendary forebear, and it doles that grunt out easily. Turbo lag is nearly non-existent, and in low range, it's easy to apply just the right amount of throttle to hurdle big bumps without being surprised by a sudden rush of boost. The electric power steering is similarly approachable, providing enough feedback on obstacles without thumb-endangering kickback. It's rare to find a vehicle that demands nothing in return for its capability, and in the case of the Lexus GX, it's not quite as composed on-road as some of its unibody rivals. Lexus specifically cites the BMW X5 and Mercedes-Benz GLE as its key competitors, but the GX just isn't as comfortable or sporty as its German counterparts. The GX will be offered in 6 trim levels: Premium, Premium Plus, Overtrail, Overtrail Plus, Luxury, and Luxury Plus. Those first 4 rungs on the ladder get Lexus's supple New Lux simulated leather upholstery, while the luxury trims get semi-aniline leather. The first 2 rows of seats offer plenty of headroom and thigh support, making the GX a pretty nice place for 4 people to spend time. A 5th passenger in the back might crowd matters, though. All but the Overtrail twins also get a 3rd row, but it's best used in emergencies since it reduces cargo space to just 10.3 cubic feet. Fold it flat, and you're left with a healthy 40.2 cubes, expanding to 76.9 with all seats down. The Overtrail does better still, since it doesn't even offer a 3rd row to take up space when folded. Cargo goes up to 45.6 cubic feet behind the 2nd row, or 90.5 behind the front seats. A 14.0-inch center touchscreen and 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster come standard on all trims and run an infotainment system shared with other Lexus and Toyota products. But it works better here than elsewhere, thanks to function switches that permanently occupy a column on the left side of the screen. When you use CarPlay or Android Auto on other Lexus vehicles, those buttons disappear, making it hard to switch back to native apps. Speaking of, smartphone mirroring is wireless. The nicely equipped Premium Plus is expected to be the volume seller in the GX's first model year, during which Lexus expects to move a total of 34,000 midsize SUVs to customer garages. The automaker is also banking heavily on the 2 Overtrail and Overtrail Plus grades, which are expected to capture 30% of GX sales between them. Two-tone paint, a center console cool box, Mark Levinson audio, and a head-up display. The most natural competitor for the GX is the Land Rover Defender, which starts in 4-cylinder, 4-door form. Go for the power-competitive 6-cylinder and you're left with base price. Equip it like an Overtrail Plus, and the Defender is pretty competitive especially given its attractive yet rugged interior and status symbol badge. The GX is easier to jump in and drive, though, with off-road driving aids that are more intuitive and less intrusive than the tech-happy Defender. And just like the original LX 450 and its contemporary Range Rover rival, the Lexus is less conspicuous. A secure choice rather than a status-oriented one.